That one was a flex. Bad flex. Super weird.
Been trying for literally like 2 weeks now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Your dick wants to help you.
Wow.
True to himself and to his skill. It was who he was as an artist, and I thought I would never find a better guitar solo, or a better solo in general.
I just don't want to talk about Baby Nut anymore.
I also would like to not
Neither
do
do
that.
I'm glad we're on the same
I'm
page.
just kind of sad now.
Breaks every bone in his body, every single
First
video.
of all, that was very disrespectful when you said he had... Anybody got a cold open today?
Yeah, I got a cold open.
Okay.
Look at this image and then base it off of that.
But how does
that make a cold open?
Yeah, how does that make a cold open? That's just a picture of Monster House.
There you
Somehow
go.
that's the
There you
saddest
go.
monster
There
house
you
I've ever
go.
seen, though.
And here
It
we
does
are.
look...
Yeah, there you go.
Well, that was quite the cold open. Sorry for ever doubting you. Welcome back to Off the Air. Today we are joined by esteemed rap producer.
No.
Okay.
Big man rapper. King of the rappers and rapettes.
Well, no.
I'm actually...
The manager. We're joined by, you guys all know him, international rap superstar Lil Milk. This is his manager.
Yeah.
So this is Rob, the manager of Lil Milk. We try to get Lil Milk on, but we don't have the money. And also,
I'm gonna try and drag him on. I'll try and get him on for a little bit.
Yeah, Lil Milk's tough to deal with. He's very pricey.
Yes.
Big superstar. But I do have an opening question about Lil Milk, since you're acquainted with him, correct?
Yes.
Okay, let me tee this up here. So, obviously I follow Lil Milk on Twitter, because who doesn't? Twitter.com @LilMilkBruh.
Yeah.
But in Lil Milk's Twitter bio, it says that Lil Milk is big man rapper, king of the rappers. Really, I am king of the rappers and rapettes.
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes. Because Lil Milk is one of the only male rappers that believes that female rappers have a place in the community. So they had to include rapettes in there.
Rapettes, is that the industry nomenclature?
Yes.
Wow. I feel so educated on the subject already.
I feel like anytime you take a word and then you add "ets" to it, that it because in my
You
mind,
can just say Smurfette.
no. Well, yeah, it's Smurfette too. So here's the thing: anytime it's a word that is not, in my mind, inherently male or female, like Juggalo and Juggalette,
Right.
Smurf and Smurfette, I feel like it turns it into this world of like. It just bumps it into absurdity for some reason for me.
Are you telling me you think Juggalo is not inherently male?
I think juggalos in general are inherently male.
Wow, that's disrespectful to all the Juggalettes out
There are a
there.
lot of juggalettes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then they
You're
wouldn't
right.
be juggalos, they'd be juggalettes.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Yeah.
true, that's true.
I actually had a juggalo come in and talk to me at work one day.
Really?
He was wearing the
about what?
He was just picking his meds up. And he comes in wearing a Hatchet Man shirt, and we don't really mention it. I'm just kind of staring at it. I'm like, this is a full-grown man wearing a Hatchet Man shirt. That's awesome. That's awesome. So I'm like checking the guy out, and like I'm giving him his shit, and I'm like, I really like your shirt, and he's like, Juggalo for life, brother.
Oh my gosh.
It was amazing. It's amazing. So yeah, actually, I'm booking
I will
Lil
say
Milk
that's pretty
to
good.
play Festival of the Dark Carnival is actually booked.
You don't
to
even
play
know it's
Dark
called
Carnival.
the Gathering of the Juggalos?
No,
Wow.
it's the Dark Carnival.
cringe.
No, on the low, it's
The
the
Dark Carnival is there.
Yeah.
I believe the Dark Carnival is actually something.
Yeah.
I am familiar
Isn't
with
that just like the end times for juggalos? Like the Dark Carnival is like where they go, where they die, and that's where they have to practice being clowns?
Oh, I hope not. Oh, I really hope not. I don't want to get into that because that concept scares me.
Doesn't it though?
The Juggalos believe in a separate afterlife that is
That is just
Oh my god!
Is it
I
like
looked
a-
it up. It's a real thing.
Is it?
the Juggalo afterlife. You can't be for real.
It's in the Bible.
Is this like a Is this like a D&D a D&D afterlife? Is that what this is?
No, this is a real thing. This is
think-
a real thing.
I think this
D&D
is-
is fake. The Dark Carnival is real.
I don't know, man. I was alive in the 90s. D&D is super real. Causes demons and shit.
Weren't you born in
dude.
like same year as me?
I was alive in the 90s. Jackson.
How much do you remember from that?
Alive in 1996.
Alive.
So the Dark Carnival concept was
in the
introduced,
90s.
but not named, on their first album, Carnival of Carnage, and was developed further in subsequent releases: Ringmaster, Riddlebox, The Great Malenko, The Amazing Jekyll Brothers, The Rat, The Wraith Shangri-La, and The Wraith Hell's Pit. I like the idea that they were like Yeah, we are actually we believe in our own afterlife that's unique to Juggalos. But the real question is does this apply universally? Is this like a monotheistic thing? Like, is the Dark Carnival a universal application?
I think it counts because the Dark
Is
Carnival
there a Juggalo Great Commission?
Well, here's the thing: the Dark Carnival is a place where you have all the evil souls that are going to be going to hell with
Oh, so
carnival
it's
rides and attractions which assist in that purpose. So,
so like
the Dark Carnival is kind of like the train station on the way to hell.
Okay, so it is not mutually exclusive to other major religions.
Let's see. You can
What do
go
you
to the
mean
Dark
those? Okay.
Carnival to try and save the human souls by showing the wickedness inside of one's self.
Basically, you just poop in a sandwich and you eat it, and you're allowed to bring one person back from the dead. That's a Dark Carnival. Like, bro, bro, we'll bring your mom back to life, but you gotta eat a poop sandwich.
The thing is, I don't know if you just made that up or if that's somewhere in this giant Wikipedia page about the lore of the Dark Carnival. I'm not gonna read it to find out. Because I'm gonna be honest,
I'll ask Super Hummin. I'll be like, bro, do you ever eat a poop sandwich? That's actually, he dies in all of his videos, and his dad just keeps eating poop sandwiches to bring him back to life. That man belly flopped on a bed of nails. You don't think he died?
Wait, hold on. No, Dan, are you guys familiar with Super Hummin?
Obvious. No.
Is
Super
isn't he the
Hummin?
guy who like rips his shirt off? He's like, Juggalos, whoop whoop, and then he like
He knows.
body slams like tables with his fragile little frame, and he clearly like breaks every bone in his body every single
well, first
video.
of all, that was very disrespectful when you said he had a fragile little frame.
Oh no, he's thick, bro. He's ripped. Look at this
I
dude.
must be mistaken.
But yeah, no.
Oh yeah, no, he is. Man,
Super-
what a
Super
good
Hummin.
picture. I'm gonna pop that one up on the screen right now.
Oh, for sure. He was for Dan because you're uneducated in Juggalo culture. He's not. He still does things, but
Someone made him in Fire Pro Wrestling World.
okay. So Dan, because you're not aware, he's a Juggalo child. He's probably like a late teens when he started. He's probably like mid-20s now, and he just makes videos of like him doing extreme stunts, but they're like incredibly ratchet, and he's like all about the Juggalo life.
He was on Tosh.
So like they'll be like, yeah, he was on Touch Porno. That's how he really like blew up. But he'll be doing a stunt that's like, I jump onto barbed wire, and it's just like him in his backyard, and it's just a spool of barbed wire, and he just jumps on it, and then he goes whoop whoop, and then he like rolls around the ground and swears, and then it's like bleeding, and that's his video, and he puts out like 2 of them a day.
Yeah, and he's like, all right, today I'm gonna jump onto this whoop whoop. And he sounds so sad every time he says whoop whoop. Even though it's just like,
So sometimes he'll like scream to hype himself up.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's clear that he should not be doing that anymore. One time he just like jumped. He was like, "Today I'm gonna elbow drop this microwave," and I was like, "Why? What is that? What is that even supposed to do?"
yeah, I remember that. That it just looked like it hurt. And obviously, I mean, it
sure
just
did.
hurt.
Yeah, so you guys are familiar with like the current version of Nicholas is his name. The current version of Nicholas. This is back when he first started and was like even more like DIY with his videos.
Yeah.
This shit was amazing.
He was very.
look at the expression on that kid.
So Super Hummin he's an icon in the Juggalo community and in my heart. I would heavily encourage watching a couple of his videos, Dan, but I don't think you would like them.
I'll be honest, does not sound like a thing I would enjoy. Yeah, no.
Dan, do you like watching people hurt themselves doing dumb
No.
things for your amusement?
No, not at all.
Sorry.
Okay, yeah, you wouldn't like this.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't like it. But
Listen,
it's not even like it's not even the fact that he's like hurting himself that's funny to me. It's just the fact that like he's himself and like his account's name is Superhuman but with 2 M's, and it's on Facebook where you can have whatever account name you want. Like he didn't have to put 2 M's in there. He could have just done 1 M.
People
He-
ask him
he
about
really
it
didn't.
and he ignores it. Like whenever you ask him
Super
about
Hummin.
it, he ignores it. Like they're like, why are there 2 M's? Like Tosh asked him
Oh,
that.
yeah.
He's like, why are there 2 M's? And he just said he just didn't have an answer.
I don't think he thought that far ahead. But yeah, Dan, he
I
also
like
does,
to think
he does
that
skits
he
with his
just
whole family,
misspelled
too.
it, and it's just too late.
No, who is Ass Man?
Ass Man? Oh, Ass Man was the man who was supposed to replace me in the band I was in. And
Not the guy I met.
no, you never met Ass Man.
I mean, I've looked in a mirror a couple times.
So Ass Man, he's like my dad's age, and my dad actually knows him. They used to work at GE
I'm really glad
together.
you didn't say he's like my dad.
No, he's nothing like my dad.
I mean, his name is Ass Man.
Exactly.
That's not a real name.
Yeah, he's like I have brought him up on the podcast before, I think, but I didn't name him at the time. He's the guy that is very, very like politically opinionated, but only with far right leanings. And I just think that makes him a really shitty punk.
I mean,
because let's be real,
yeah.
if you're a punk, you go against things, right? And he doesn't. He's bad at that. He, in fact, goes along with everything really hard. I don't know. He's so pro-Trump. He's very much the drinking the liberal tears kind of fellow.
That is so weird to
They
me.
do taste good.
That you can be like, yeah, I'm hard right and a punk.
Exactly. It's like,
Yeah, I love Rage Against the Machine. Wish they weren't so political. It's oxymoronic, right? Like you can't be both.
mhm. I would think you can't be both. In fact, people would agree with me that you can't be both. I think you got to be either left-leaning or an anarchist, right? Like in my mind. And if the left is in charge, you can't be left-leaning anymore, and you can't be right-leaning either. You can just be anarchist.
Yeah, I mean, are you an anarchist?
Anyway. No, I think anarchy as a concept is kind of dumb because it will never work out because people be people. You know?
People be like human nature. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of that. That being used as like a core political argument, but you see it a lot, and it takes a while to get into. But I feel like you definitely see that a lot with people talking about things like anarchism, and especially things like communism. They're like, it could never work because of the way people are, even though you live in a society that dictates the way people are.
Did somebody say a society? Because I just dropped a link. If you guys want to check it out, you're talking about you want to get into anarchism. This is the group this is the holy Bible of anarchism right here. This group on
Is it a
Facebook.
Joker fan page?
Not gonna lie, somehow I read that Facebook link as a YouTube link, and I was very confused as to how I got sent to a Facebook page.
But Discord's first gonna tell you links are spoopy.
Wow,
I
a
do
Joker
hate that
quote
when
page.
apps are like, don't click on this outside link unless you know what it is.
You know,
There's probably a legal reason they do it.
I used to hate that. I used to hate that.
Do you not hate it anymore?
No, because now I work in a corporate setting, and our entire system has been overrun by viruses twice now because people are clicking links outside of the right out of their email without like taking 2 seconds to realize what they are. And so I understand
I
the
guess
reason
they're
they
there
have
for a
it is because
reason.
people are fucking stupid. People are so
Yeah, I would
so
never
dumb.
assume people would just be like, you're telling me this is from Tiny URL? That means
Yeah.
it's got to be a reputable site. I've seen those links before.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Ooh,
Twice.
that's insane.
And not
twice.
even by like people who are
Please tell
like
me it was different people.
as far as I know, yes. I only
Okay.
know for a fact one of them was. But the one that did, like, it's not like they were like in their 70s or something. Like, oh, you kind of got to excuse it because they don't understand technology as well as some other. She's like 24, maybe.
Wow.
And I honestly God do not
But
understand.
maybe she did really win the grand prize.
I don't understand people who are of a certain age and don't have at least the most basic internet filter, like mental filter of like,
I
hey,
feel like clicking on suspect links from people you don't know is definitely that's a baseline.
that should be baseline. Everyone should know how to do that. People who have only been on the internet for 2 weeks should know maybe don't click on links that you don't recognize or that you weren't expecting or that aren't
Have you
sent by a
been about a
reputable
virus
person.
before?
Yes. Yes.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yes.
Okay.
I
I don't
yeah.
know that I have.
Free Minecraft link on YouTube.com.
Ooh, that's rough.
Oh.
That's rough.
Was this like a couple weeks ago
It
or
was yesterday.
Oh.
My
But did you get a free Minecraft account?
No.
my old laptop before I bought this new one was bricked because I got caught by a ransomware.
Oh.
I had to wipe the system, pull it from like a backup.
What is ransomware? Help me out with that one.
Ransomware is a virus, well, malware technically, that infects your computer and essentially encrypts all your data, and then it has a pop-up of some kind that says, "Hey, if you want your data back, pay, $1,000 or whatever exorbitant amount they want to charge to insert whatever form of transfer here, with the promise that they'll unlock your account." In 9 times out of 10 cases, that does not work, obviously, and they just
I was gonna say no way. They don't unlock your
Yeah,
account.
exactly.
You're telling me the
What
same
liars?
person
How
who
could
held your
they?
computer hostage wasn't good when you gave him money via the internet and access to your bank account?
Yeah, right.
I cannot believe this.
I had one that I caught, and like it was starting to fuck with my Chrome installation, and then it like I caught it early enough that I was able to restore from a backup. But ransomware is really rough.
Do you know where they were from? Was it like a torrenting kind of thing?
Oh,
or?
almost definitely was a torrenting thing. Like there's no way that wasn't what it was.
So I've only had like one major virus, and it came from
Was
the
it
Minecraft.
coronavirus?
No, it came from the Minecraft link. And what it does is, let me backpedal this because this is a true story. I was going in a direction that would make it funnier, but the thing is, the fact that it's true is probably the funniest part about it. So, Jackson knows my friend Zach.
Yes.
So Zach and I have a friend who was trying to install some antivirus software on his computer. And of course, genius idea, he's gonna go torrent it. So
They do be
he
like that.
downloads it from this guy whose account name is like Mohammed Sadim, who is now a legend in our friend group. The legend Mohammed Sadim. And he installs it.
Okay.
And what it did was essentially install Ask Jeeves onto his computer. But here's the best part. It made it so it could not be uninstalled. And that's all it did. So
I
he's
love
forced
that.
to use Ask Jeeves. But that's the only negative thing that happened.
That's so good. Dude, Mohammed Sadim really is a legend for that one. Because, like, he could have done so many worse things. Like, he could have actually, like, destroyed people's computers, and instead he
This
was
man's
like,
a hero. He's like, maybe you guys should try Ask Jeeves.
he's Jeeves.
That's true. It's the ghost of
gosh.
Jeeves because they killed him off. It's the ghost of Jeeves trying to come back.
Is it like Mr. Peanut?
Baby nut.
Baby Jeeves?
How dare you say that phrase when I can hear it?
No,
How
really,
dare
really
you?
hates.
I haven't been
Baby
reminded
nut.
of that stupid thing since the Super Bowl. No one's brought it up to me. I have it muted on Twitter.
Is it still
Nothing about it
are
has
they
come
still
into my
doing that?
life until you brought it
Are
up
they
just
still
now.
doing
Yeah,
that?
are they still trying to pretend Baby Nut is, like, gonna catch on?
Is it still a thing?
And he
Wait,
isn't maligned
Are
by
they
the
still
world?
trying him?
I look up Baby Nut,
Like,
and
did
the
they-
first thing I see is Baby Nut's feet. People on Twitter. And Baby Nut fan.
Of course.
A 42-year-old man who is a dad to 2 kids. I love Baby Nut, Google Stadia, and cartoons. I'm gonna give this guy a follow.
Wow.
The 3 main food groups.
I bet he's real. There's no way he's fake.
So a Baby Nut is still being advertised, and Noah, I've got some good news for you. Just go to shopbabynut.com.
What?
I'm gonna
Just
not
go
do
to
that. That feels illegal.
shopbabynut.com,
That feels like a crime.
and you can buy all sorts of Baby Nut merchandise, like a pint glass.
Oh,
I've never been angrier in my life.
Yeah.
Are you on the
Ow,
website?
ow.
Because they have
Yes.
they have children's clothing.
They do.
Yo,
They
have
got the
phone
Baby
case.
Nut dad
Oh,
hat, bro.
oh,
They got the
joy.
Baby Nut dad hat. Yo.
I really like the Baby
I
Nut
don't know.
peekaboo
I don't know if
pocket
you
tee.
saw this, but they replace your mouse cursor with
Yep, I know.
Baby Nut,
I'm aware. Unfortunately.
and everything you scroll over, a little Baby Nut pops up peeking over it somewhere. Oh my gosh,
Guys, this is
what?
this stuff is all very expensive
Yeah.
too.
This is very expensive. A canvas tote for $30.
Yeah. A Baby
2
Nut official
pint
plushie for
glasses for
$28. Laid back dad hat is $25. That's insane. Who's buying these? Please tell me no one is
Enamel
buying
pins,
these.
an $18 enamel pin set
Yeah,
that says "looking
Yeah,
like
can
a
we
snack."
talk about those enamel pins? Because they
I
have,
like
a,
the nut
very
they have like
happy
a
about
baby
those.
character right next to something that says looking like a snack.
I
Are
really,
you gonna-
really don't like
Are they
that.
gonna eat Baby Nut? Not so soon after Mr. Peanut's demise.
I'm so angry. I hate this so much.
It's time to get cheesy for National Cheese Balls Day. Follow the link to purchase new flavors of Planters cheese balls. That's a thing? Did you guys know that's a thing?
Planters cheese balls?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Why?
I guess I didn't know that was
whoever
a thing.
came up with Baby Nut
but
is
like-
a cheese ball.
You
That's
got
the
him.
biggest cheese
But-
ball of all.
I am BB Broom hashtag Broomstick Challenge, and it's Baby Nut upside down. No, can you put Miley Cyrus Eminem on the screen?
Absolutely.
I just don't want to talk about Baby Nut anymore.
I also would like to not
Neither
do
do
that.
I'm glad we're on the same
I'm
page.
just kind of sad now.
It's just,
No, go ahead.
what did I ever do in life to deserve?
Do you think-
to deserve this kind of pain?
Do you think it's personal? Do you think Baby Nut is after you, Noah?
I think he is. I think Baby Nut personally
Noah, do
hates
you
me.
own a copy of
You know what? I think he
Do
does
you own
too.
a copy of Monster House on Blu-ray?
I
That's
don't.
why.
I do
That's
own
why.
a copy. I own a copy of Hoodwinked on
They
Blu-ray.
can't protect you from Baby Nut. Only Monster House can.
Wait,
Yeah, but I feel like it is also worth pointing out it is a Blu-ray copy of Hoodwinked, and I feel like that does have some sort of powerful energy.
so there's a song in Hoodwinked with like a goat man, right?
Yeah.
How does it go? Because there was something I was doing and people kept telling me it reminded them
Oh
of
no.
It's called Be Prepared, and he just talks about how he's like needs to be prepared for everything. It's like, 37 years ago, wisdom put a spell on me.
I knew as soon
A
as you
spell
asked.
that when I'm talking, I'm singing it with glee. And if you're always singing it, I got to live alone.
What did they ever
And
replace this guy with?
that's
Ask
why
me.
I made this mountain shack my home. Something like that. Well, I don't
Something
not,
like that.
not
Not-
something like that.
yeah,
Exactly
yeah,
that. That is
something
exactly
very similar to
that.
Get him, King. Because I was doing something and people kept telling me, they're like, "Oh, is that the Mountain Goat song?" Oh, that's exactly what it is. Whenever I talk about like the Mountain Goats, because it's all the time.
Oh, they think that
people
you're
are like,
talking about.
I always think it's like the
Yeah.
Mountain Goat song from Hoodwinked, and
That's
it just
really
makes me want to like. It sends me into a primal rage. Like it's one of like the easiest things if you just want to like get me in the if you will hashtag triggered. It'll just make me lose my mind. Like if I say something about the Mountain Goats, you're like, oh, like the Mountain Goat from Hoodwinked, and it happens
And you're like,
often.
no.
Why does that happen at all?
How often?
It's happened like 4 or 5 times, and it makes me very mad because the Mountain Goats are such a great band, and people are more familiar with one song from Hoodwinked.
Yeah, no, that adds up.
It just makes me so mad, and like, it doesn't make any sense. It's like that, and my another one of my greatest weaknesses is when someone says like the words egg sandwich, it makes me mad. I don't know why.
Why?
It just
Why?
does. I don't know. There's no
What?
reason. I
Egg
cannot think. There's no
sandwich?
reason. I cannot think of a reason. It makes no sense. But when someone says egg sandwich, I just get kind of mad.
Egg
Egg sandwiches are
sandwich.
good.
Yeah, I'm just kind of mad now. But you
What
know
about-
what? But the
what
thing
about
is,
egg
like,
salad
people think
sandwiches?
they got you with that, but I can do it to you guys too if I just
What
go
about-
like bazinga.
What about
You know?
what about
I
egg
like
salad
Bazinga.
sandwiches?
You have no power over me. Bazinga's funny.
You're not bazinga to me,
This
which
dude thinks Bazinga's funny.
Bazinga's pretty funny. You'll never get it. Then he said bazinga. It was the funniest
See,
thing
in
ever.
context, it's not funny, but with no context, it's funny.
My favorite thing is that I said Bazinga and got kicked out of Jackson's D&D server.
Yeah.
you did.
Even though saying Bazinga in that way was Jackson's joke. Oh, maybe that's why. I could have stolen another joke.
You stole my joke that makes people mad.
Oh, wait,
and
hold
turns
on.
out it made me mad. But it only works when no one's prepared for it. You know, like if you like if one of us were to do it right now, it wouldn't work because everyone's like, yeah, we're already in the bazinga mode.
I don't like the term bazinga mode.
Did you say Bazingo mode?
No, bazinga mode.
About to go Bazinga.
Hold on, I'm shifting
Oh,
into
I
bazinga.
about
thought
to
you
go
were saying
Bazinga mode.
Bazingo mode, like sicko mode.
No Bazinga mode.
No, I was actually referencing soup mode from Seinfeld.
Hmm.
When George says, "Hold on, I'm shifting into soup mode."
I'll have to take your word for it because
It's like
I
one of the
am
most like famous episodes of Seinfeld.
still not familiar.
You know, no soup for you and all that.
Soup time.
Wow. Hold on, I'm shifting into soup mode. Yeah.
So I have something I would like to bring up to you guys.
Oh no.
Because I think this is probably just one of the most powerful songs I've ever heard in my
Oh,
life.
no.
Okay?
Is it by Carly Rae Jepsen?
No.
Unlucky.
So do you guys know the Ramones song I Want to Be Sedated?
No.
No.
Yes.
Okay. So in the song I Want to Be Sedated, the guitar solo is one note while the bass plays a chord progression. There is a single note guitar solo that continues just like it like for like a solid 25 seconds. That is
pretty bad
the guitar solo.
Sounds like a pretty bad solo. Also, don't mind the camera shutter.
Okay. So there will be people who actually argue that that is one of the most powerful, like, well done solos ever because, well, he really was just, you know, true to himself and to his skill. It was who he was as an artist. And I thought I would never find a better guitar solo or a better solo in general than that. But then I found the saxophone solo for Jones Girl, or for The Jones Girl Take Two by the Five Satins.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that
And-
one, not gonna lie.
My guy, I need to find that solo again. It's on my Twitter.
What
All right,
is it?
here, let
What
me
does
just-
it do?
Oh, it's something special. Now, the good news is the song is now in public domain. So I'm going to have you guys listen to this.
Okay.
And I will cut the solo in, I don't know, under me talking or something so that we can actually have this in episode because it is very important to me. It occurs 1 minute into the song itself, but the video I shared has it queued right up to it. Pure Gold. It is a work of magic. Because at first, in that first half of the solo, you think, all right, he's building up into
Yeah.
something. It's about to be something cool. And then he, not only does he not change his note, but he goes off tempo. And it just gets worse and worse and worse.
Is this? It feels like I'm listening to Morse code. Does it mean something?
I was
Trying
gonna
to dial
say,
something.
Right?
Yeah.
This means something. This is important.
That's like a 30-second solo. Wow. They
is
really put that on the song. Huh?
longest, most terrible solo you've ever heard in your life.
Yeah, no, it's definitely one of the worst things I've ever heard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've heard worse.
I just discovered this song, no joke, 20 minutes before we started recording.
Yeah, that's
and
bad.
I have not been able to get it out of my mind. I just bought it on iTunes so that
you
I have
paid
a
money?
high quality
You
copy.
paid money for the
He's
song.
immortalizing
You
it.
listened to the
I
song
did.
and you said, you know what I need to do? I need to pay money for this.
I did think that.
Didn't you say it's public domain?
Well, I mean, they still sell it.
Yeah, but then why did
Yeah,
you
but
buy it if
it's
it's free?
public domain, so technically you could sell it.
Oh.
Oh my
How does
dude,
that work?
I'm gonna.
Are you able to
You're gonna-
recopyright something?
you're gonna
Like
sell
once
the
it's
song?
fully in the public domain, are you able to like recopyright something? How does that work?
I don't think you can
I assume not.
re-copyright it. But
You can't copyright it anymore. You
Yeah,
can
you
just
can
sell
sell
it.
Mm.
Yeah, that's why you can buy like old books for like $4, and they're like the Penguin super
Yeah.
classic editions, and it's like Charles Dickens. It's like, I don't know, $3 because anyone can print it, and there's no licensing for it anymore. I think there is a way to extend it beyond that, though, isn't there?
yeah, be Disney.
I think there is.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah. But no, isn't there something else like there's like a not a loophole, but like if it's something that is, oh, is this a worse song that you've heard?
Mhm.
I'm not gonna listen to it because I just listened to a really bad song, and this song looks, well, really bad. If it's worse,
Yeah, so that's actually
Why is it called shitting myself on a solid beat?
because that's
is this like
literally is the
is
context
this like noise
of the
music or
song.
something?
So yeah, this was a cut track from Lil Milk's most recent project. It's actually
I'm kind
it's
of
available as a download. The album itself is free download on Bandcamp on the Yakuza Karaoke Bandcamp. But this song did not make the official cut, so it's just kind of an additional track that's in there.
wow. So this is a secret unreleased Lil Milk
Yeah.
track.
Now, I won't lie to you. I'm very glad that it didn't make the cuts.
Me too.
Man, can you imagine the PR shitstorm, no pun intended, you would have had to address
For-
if Lil Milk had put this out as a single?
Yes, because technically, we were not given the right to use that beat. So the context of the album is that every beat that Lil Milk and the other artist is Bob Bobbin. The context of that album is that everything was a free use like beat on YouTube, but that song wasn't. So technically, this song should not exist in more ways than one.
Wow.
Yeah, it's there. There's actually a far worse song that didn't make the cut and didn't get uploaded. So
I'm impressed that there remains a deeper hole.
yeah, that one
So
I will
listen, that's
never
what she said.
upload anywhere because it's
No,
I'm
It's
not
even worse.
unhappy. I am happy about that.
pretty bad.
I listened to Lil Milk's discography. I really think that he could make it in the TikTok scene. How do you feel about moving Lil Milk towards TikTok focused marketing?
I've been thinking about that because it's very much a Zoomer core market for Lil Milk's music. I would also like to point out that I don't know if anyone listens to 100 Gex, but 100 Gex ripped Lil Milk off because Lil Milk has been recording like this for about 5 years now. About 4 or 5 years. And
really a forerunner.
Yeah, so technically, Lil Milk existed before 100 Gex. So there's that.
Interesting.
You heard it here first, folks.
It's true.
From the manager of Lil Milk himself.
It's true.
The more you know.
Exactly.
I feel like Lil Milk's got some tracks such as, namely, Vibing. I feel could do very well on TikTok.
Yeah, I just we don't really have the money in the budget right now to pay off all the rich white kids that run TikTok. So when that budget becomes available, maybe might start a grassroots movement. But that would also require Lil Milk and I to install TikTok on our phones, which we're both kind of against right now. But who knows?
I can understand that.
As someone who recently installed TikTok on his phone, I support you in your endeavor to not do that.
I used it pretty solidly for 2 weeks, and I haven't opened it in 5 days, and it keeps sending me notifications on repeat, trying to get me back in.
I'm glad to hear that.
I just I don't really have that much time for video content that's not long form, because I'm always listening to something long form. So if I then put on little short snippets and I have to pause that, and I have to unpause it as soon as I'm done, I'd rather just look at things that are occasionally videos, but mostly photo content. Yeah. That's why Tumblr's the laughing zone.
Mm-hmm. I can get behind that.
I'm glad I have your support on that, Noah. I was worried
Have I ever told you guys about my favorite Twitter account for my fun humor, by the way?
If you say...
Or not my fun humor.
There are wrong answers, but go ahead.
So it's Caucasian James. No.
Okay, I was about to lose it.
No, so it's a bot account that takes Joel Osteen's tweets.
Okay, this is a good.
But it replaces God with your dick.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so
let me just read you a nice inspiring tweet. All right. Looks like let me find a really good one. Okay. Your dick wants to help you.
Wow.
He wants to heal you, to free you, to increase you, to take you places you've never dreamed. He's longing to be good to you. Look to him as your source.
That's really good.
Hey, Noah.
When we face difficulties, one of the best things we can do is find a promise in the scripture and remind your dick what he said.
So here's the deal.
Yes, Dan.
No, I mean, you do one of two things, and it's up to you, which one you're in the mood for. I need you to either never do that again, ever, forever.
Or do it more.
Or do it for another, 5 minutes.
It's a long time.
Why are those my only two options?
Yeah.
Why do I have to do it for 5 whole minutes?
Because that's how long it's going to take.
For what?
I don't have to answer that. I'm not on trial here.
Well,
no,
I'm
not about to stop doing this, but I'm also not about to help you get off to my Joel Dongstein voice.
Yeah, that's because you're a coward.
Is that the name of the account? Is the account named Joel
may not
Dongstein?
Understand it. We don't like it. But your dick knows what he's doing. It's not going to keep you from your purpose. It's leading you to your purpose.
I'm not sure what I'm feeling right now.
I'm feeling
a little
bad.
bit of disdain.
I don't know how I found Joel Dongstein, because no one that I follow follows this account except for people who I have directed to it.
He found you when you needed him most.
He found me when I needed him most, exactly. And you know what? I have found so much joy from the Joel Dongstein account.
Okay.
The way to get in tune with your dick is to think what he says about you, not what you feel, not what it looks like, not what the experts say, not what the economy says, but what the Most High, your dick, has spoken over you.
I feel like of all of us, you're the last one I would expect to pull that out.
Thanks. So this Twitter account, though, I will not lie, raises concerns for me.
Yes.
Because I read that and I think that's very funny. But then I actually think about it. I'm like, oh, Joel Olstein is telling people to ignore what experts say. That's problematic.
Yes.
Which, I guess, to be fair, is one of the less problematic things Olstein has done in his life.
Not a good guy.
No, not at all. Man, I love that Twitter account, though. It's a spot of joy on my timeline.
I'm glad it gives you so much strength. You know.
We all have that thing.
Mhm.
You know,
What's yours?
Monster House. 100% Monster House.
No.
And tacos.
You guys actually seen Monster House?
I have.
I know you have.
I have not.
I've seen it more
It's-
times than I would care to
it's actually-
admit.
It's a good movie.
Several. How many
Wait,
times do you think you've seen it, Dan?
More than, I would say more than 20.
Wow.
What?
So,
a lot of
hold
Monster
on.
House.
So here's the context.
Okay.
In my house, when a movie is put on, that is the only movie we will watch for the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Why?
Because young children, Noah.
Oh, yeah. So, no, I was applying that to your modern life.
Yeah, no.
Did you say when you were younger?
Yeah.
that
When
happened?
it came out, when it came out on
Okay.
first came out
I'm
on
sorry.
DVD.
It cut out for me for a hot second, and I was perplexed.
Yeah. When I
to say the
was when I
least.
was growing up, 10, 20 times, not unheard of. The bigger ones, a month or two, it would go on.
Yeah.
And Monster House came out when I was young enough that getting on DVD meant that the family was then watching it for like 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, you had to get your money's worth of that $10 DVD from the Walmart bargain bin, right?
Exactly. That we bought, not rented. Bought. We have all of the rest of time. But I've seen
That's
Monster
a
House
lot
a
of
lot.
Monster House.
I'm very
impressed.
sorry that you've seen it that much, but
I'll be honest.
also I have never seen it,
I remember it being
so I don't.
good.
Yeah, no, I don't. I also don't know how to feel about it because having never seen it, it's like, well,
What was it like, Dan?
No, I was,
How do you remember Monster
I
House?
just remember it not be like I remember it being bad, but not that bad. But also, I couldn't.
And then it was that bad.
I was like 14, I think, probably. When did that movie come out?
It's a pretty
A while ago.
2007.
Early aughts.
It came out in
Yeah,
2006.
2007 is my best.
So
Okay, I was close.
I was
That's what I thought.
young. I was
Nice.
pretty freaking young. So I remember it not being that terrible.
But you lived through the 90s, Dan.
I did. I lived in the 90s. I was alive in the 90s.
He never claimed to live through the 90s. He
I
was
said
just
I was alive in the 90s. That's all I said.
So he remembers Dungeons and Dragons.
It's true.
Yeah. To be fair,
That's how that works.
to be fair, when growing up, I 100% remember Dungeons and Dragons being a satanic thing. That didn't go away.
I actually never got that part.
Ooh, I got it.
Really?
Less from my
Yeah.
mom and dad, more from my grandparents. A shitload from my grandparents.
Okay.
That makes sense to me. No, Jackson, I'm amazed you never got it because do you remember back at our old church? Do you remember the conspiracy guy? Mark?
The guy we thought. Wait, what? Different conspiracy guy or the flat Earth
Different
guy?
Yeah, not flat Earth. The other one. He was an older guy. He was bald. He talked about pulling a gun on a kid at a school bus once.
No. What? No.
That's awesome.
I'm sorry, what?
That's awesome.
No, hold
Wait,
on.
who
You need to
is
back
this?
up and
Okay.
give us some context
Okay.
here.
What?
So this guy was a school bus driver. Okay.
I'm trying to remember.
And when kids were
no, can
being
you like type his name out or
disrespectful,
something? I can't.
I don't know his last name. I just know his name was Mark. And he was there, and
Yeah.
he threatened to shoot he pulled his gun out, like showed it to this kid and said, "I'm going to shoot your parents if you don't behave." Obviously, the parents complained, and he was no longer allowed to carry a gun with him on the school bus.
Wasn't
so
fired
then
for that. He wasn't fired for that.
he was not fired. Then he threatened to run freaking kids' parents over
Did
with
he-
a school bus
Did he always
if
wear?
they didn't obey.
Did he always wear like tank
Like,
tops
No,
or
he
like
wore
a
sweaters a lot.
bald eagle like American flag shirts every day?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah, I know.
yeah.
I think I know who you're talking about. I think the memories are coming back to me.
He's the guy that talked
What
about
the- that's-
microchips in your garbage bags, smart garbage bags, so that people knew what was being thrown away, so the government could track that.
He has a point.
He does he?
No, I can't say I'm.
Speaking of
I can't say
speaking
I'm.
of garbage,
remembering.
I don't remember why I brought him
speaking
up now.
of garbage.
Yeah.
So in 14 minutes at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the world's first Lil Milk music video will be premiering on YouTube. I thought I'd drop that on you guys.
That's fun. I mean, unfortunately, it will have been because this doesn't air till like Thursday, but
It will have been 4 days since that aired.
Well, yeah.
However,
it will still
That's
be
true,
there
It will still be there.
unless it's one view only.
It might be.
Wait, why did you bring up Mark? I'm crunching numbers now.
Because he had a gun and he said he was going to kill someone.
Yeah, but there was something brought us to that. There's no way that just like happened.
There was something that brought that up.
It's somewhere in between.
Yeah,
Monster House and a guy threatening to kill a kid's parents.
Oh, D&D.
Okay.
That was it. Thank you so much. Okay, so D&D. This man one day was talking about Dungeons and Dragons and how it was the devil, and he's like, you hear stories about kids who play that game. Did you hear about the kids who were so committed to playing their Dungeons and Dragons that they killed their friends in the basement as a dark ritual to Satan?
Yeah, it was me.
And my brother, he has zero time for
he probably
anybody.
Said, that didn't happen.
No, he's looked at him and he's like, yeah, football's really bad too. People obsess over that a lot. You know how many people obsess over football? More than obsess over Dungeons and Dragons. And the guy doubled down and he's like, oh, I seem to have struck a nerve.
I remember this story
Jeff had
now.
To leave.
I don't remember this story.
No.
Yeah, Jeff had to leave in that moment. So he didn't argue with him about it. But like, the guy had no retaliation to the fact that football fans are 10 times more psycho than like your average D&D guy or even your above average D&D guy, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
That is like that guy. I honestly did not remember him at all. Obviously for good reasons, because you've shared nothing but stories about how he was a microchip trash bag of a person. And yeah, no, now that I'm kind of remembering that, yeah, he was just like a nonstop garbage pile. I did not remember about him doing any of those things though, like that. But it does make sense. And now that you're saying it, I remember like the bus driver story.
He came up to me and asked me how to pirate movies off of YouTube.
Because like I was 18 when he was interacting with, like, how was he allowed in that church? Like, how would you be like, yeah, this guy like pulled a gun on a teenager. Yeah, no, we let him talk to the teenagers at the church.
See, the thing is, he didn't do that. He had been at the church for a while before that story happened.
That's insane. I am baffled that we didn't like kick him out or something. I mean, I doubt like that story really went much further beyond like the teenagers just being like, oh, dude, you here? Because we were like dumb 14, well, I mean, 15
a formal complaint was lodged against him. It got back to the school.
Yeah, but that was a complaint lodged at the school, not, or was that a complaint lodged by someone at the church?
At the school, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like
by,
the fact that didn't go around the church and get him like barred from attending.
I mean,
surprising.
He and his wife got divorced while he was at the church, and he was very angry and bitter about it. I guess she left him and then like went 3 or 4 states down.
Good? No, not yes. A question mark. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he was crazy. I do remember. I have a memory of some people talking to him more than other people.
Yeah. That
we know of. One of them being one of the brothers who we've actively condemned. I do remember him humoring the conversations with that guy.
Yeah, no, he definitely did. I think he enjoyed the craziness of these conversations.
Yep. Hindsight 2020. That's crazy to think about. Obviously not anything we want to get into on the show, but yeah, it's weird. What was that? Oh yeah, so I never growing up was really subjected to like the like D&D is the devil, Harry Potter is the devil, and none of that stuff. I mean, because I was like a huge like Pokemon fan as a kid, so like it was kind of like, you know, I had an understanding that was something that was completely fictional anyway. So why did it affect anything in the real world? You know. So I was like, yeah, you know, you can believe whatever you want and still play with Bulbasaur and take out gyms because that's not related to anything. And then, yeah, there was a kind of a moment recently where it was, I don't want to like name names or give any like descriptions, but recently like I was doing something with D&D and someone said to me, they're like, oh, that's kind of demonic. I was like, come on. 20. Yeah, it was actually, it was Rob.
Glory Boy.
But yeah, Rob's character from my previous campaign. But yeah, no, and fairly recently, like I was kind of taken aback by it because I thought that opinion had kind of died out, but apparently it's still alive and well.
I don't think I think saying it's alive and well might be a stretch.
Yeah, it's alive, not well. I don't think it's nearly as commonplace.
Yeah, it's a lot more, people are a lot more chill about it than they used to be, but man, there used to be some whacked out opinions.
Oh yeah, and there still are a lot of opinions about Harry Potter in the church that are like, it's witches and wizards, it's devil.
Yeah, I've talked
Sure.
about the fact that I wasn't allowed to watch it until I was like watch or read it until I was like 18, right?
Moved
Yeah,
out,
moved
right?
out.
Yeah. See, again, I was never like subjected to that, but I also definitely knew plenty of people who were. And I had friends who I'd be like, "Oh yeah, like I was playing Pokemon." They're like, "Oh, you're allowed to do that?" It's like, "Yeah."
I remember my mom had issues with Pokemon way back in the day. I know she's probably gonna end up hearing this and be like, outing me, but it wasn't like
Don't have bad
it
opinions.
wasn't for any like spiritual reasons. It was because the one episode that gave kids like seizures
Oh yeah.
that was only aired in Japan.
Yeah.
It was because she heard of that and she's like, I don't think any show should do that to anybody. So she didn't want us watching it and we didn't like interact with it really. But also when McDonald's had like Pokemon toys, she also didn't like keep us from getting those toys.
Yeah.
She just didn't, she discouraged it, but did not like ban it.
Yeah, I was never. I mean, I was, and yeah, never at all like deterred from being into it or, because I was like obsessed with it as a kid. I never really got Harry Potter though. I don't like it. We've been over this plenty of times, but
I
yeah.
really like the first two movies. I'll go back and watch those anytime. But that's kind of.
I used to have the second movie on DVD, and that was like, I don't even remember how I got it. It wasn't like, I don't even, yeah, I can't remember how I got it. I ended up getting it from like, it was used, or however I ended up getting it, maybe like from a friend or something. And like, I just would watch that every once in a while. But that was really like my only experience with it until I was probably like 15 or 16, and then I like watched them all, and I was like, eh.
Monster House. What are we thinking?
What are we thinking
Yeah.
about it? I mean, well, Dan's seen it like a million
I
times.
posted
and-
it in that
Yeah.
Monster Zone group, and it's got.
What is
It's
Monster
just
Zone?
I just looked up Monster House on Facebook to see if there are any Monster House fan groups. Sadly, there wasn't, but there's a group called Monster Zone, and it looks like it's just dedicated to like old monster movies and stuff. So I was talking to Jackson, and I'm like, I'm gonna post Monster House in that group and see what happens.
I bet there's a lot of Monster House
So
super fans.
in
I
3
feel like-
minutes, it's gotten 7 likes and a comment. So
Wow, there's a lot
I
of
love
fans.
this movie. It's a regular on my Halloween playlist. So it's out there.
Yeah,
It's out
really-
there,
really-
the Monster House fans.
Monster House fan base is not dying.
Like,
I was gonna say something related to so like Facebook groups, like how you just post, you just like, there's a Facebook group for everything, and a lot of them are kind of quirky and cute, and then the same exact like mentality and interactions with each other is also present in like the Earth is flat and ancient giants walk the land groups. Like the same exact like mentality and like conversations are held in both like a thing called Monster Zone, where we appreciate classic monster movies, and then these like crazy conspiracy theorist pages.
Mhm.
And
Did it great.
yeah, it's surreal. I wouldn't say great. That's why I really don't interact with much stuff on Facebook, because I feel like it's the pages are always really like, at best they can be kind of funny, and at worst they're just like echo chambers of conspiracies.
yes.
Yeah, that's fair. I have a horror movie group that I'm in that I really, really like because
Is it
it's
Monster
also
Zone?
attached to a
Monster Zone.
podcast I follow. It is unfortunately
Sorry to
not
hear that.
Monster Zone. Yeah, it's Horror Movie Fiend Club, and it's attached to the Nightmare on Film Street podcast, which I am personally a pretty big fan of. And it's just people post like pictures of like DVD covers, and they're like, "Hey, what about this? What did people think of this movie?" Things like that.
I don't want to interrupt your story too much.
Please do. What the hell did you just post?
So my friend,
It's a Valorant thing.
my
I'm
friend,
guessing.
hold on,
Or, like, it's a
let
league
me
thing.
finish. My friend Zam,
Aurelia.
my friend Zam had an issue. He just got his Valorant key, and he was having an issue
Need to flex,
a week
but
ago.
okay.
I just got mine earlier. Actually, I just found it while I was recording.
I need to flex, but okay.
That one was a flex. Bad flex. Super
Been
weird.
trying for literally like 2 weeks now.
Oh,
but
I'm sorry. I feel bad now.
unlucky.
So he got his Valorant key, and he was trapped in the Germany region for some reason. For some reason, his account was like, "No, you are in Germany region. You are stuck here. You will not be switching to USA." And he's been trying for about 5 days to get it switched. He finally got it switched like in the last this was 8:18, so this is like 15 minutes ago. He finally got it switched back, and the support email is canceled.
I like it.
The support that
Do you want to read it for us, Dan?
it's
Ionian greetings.
Ionian greetings, Zam. How are you? Tomet, the blade dancer, arrived to help with your problem, and then one of those like, what do you even call that face?
The OO?
No, the first one.
I like it.
It's like a little,
it's a little
cat thing,
cheering
little
face.
cheering.
Except it got cut in half
Yeah.
because they didn't format well.
Correct.
I support that.
It's a little cat emoji face. I just changed your region to the right one for Valorant. Now, for the next time you log in, you should be connected to the proper one. Uwu. If you have any other problem, just reach out to us. What is that one? That one also has a name. :3.
The little crinkly smiley face with a 3.
:3. See ya. And then a GIF. Zam has informed me that that was a GIF of. I have no idea who that character is. I don't know who that is.
Irelia,
Sure.
the blade dancer. Come on, dude. This guy didn't even read the lore.
Hey, I have a.
I have a hot take. Don't
I wonder if
don't
their
put
name
OO
is.
in your support emails.
I have a hot take. Put whatever you want in your support emails as long as you actually solve the
I have
problem.
a
That's true. They did solve the problem.
I have a Valorant.
Yeah,
I have
there we go, say it.
I have a Valorant related image.
Go for it. What you got?
And then
Okay.
Jackson, can you
Valorant
read
keys.
this? Can you read the text of it?
No. You go to prison. But no, I've been trying to play Valorant for like 2 weeks now, and I haven't gotten a key, which is annoying.
I'm very sorry for that,
Hey,
actually.
excuse me, Riot. I've played your game for 9 years.
They banned Rob Swag 2016, so I'm just kind of over it.
They did ban your
They did.
account for good reasons, but we won't go over them. But like, I wonder. So like, Irelia is like in the game. It's like Irelia, and then in parentheses, like on her lore page and her unlock page says like the Blade Dancer, because every champion has like a sub name.
Their title.
And like, so I wonder if maybe that like Tomat guy, maybe that's like he's like an Irelia player, so his name is the Blade Dancer. Which is a funny concept to me because some of the champions have like really surreal names that you wouldn't want to be greeted by for a support ticket. For example, the character I play the most, her name's Evelyn, and her sub name is Agony's Embrace. Imagine if you got a support ticket from someone who's like, Jackson,
See,
Agony's Embrace has helped you.
No, I hate it so much because.
Or Fiddlesticks, the Ancient Fear. Jackson, the Ancient Fear has come to help you.
Oh well.
Hello, it's me, the Ancient Fear, just here to help you move your server. I'm trying to find any other good ones.
I will admit that I find this to be a little less cringy than Discord support
I would-
emails, which are so much
I
worse.
Discord said spoop that links for outside sites were spoopy.
But
You
here's
cannot
the thing.
beat that.
Here's the thing. They didn't it at well, not me in this case, but
Bard would be
at
good
Zam.
because Bard's name is the Wandering Caretaker. That'd be kind of fun to get a support email from.
It's just
What's
weird.
cool is his name.
It's
the
just
Spear of
super fucking
Vengeance.
weird.
You could get an email from the Spear of Vengeance. You can get an email from. Let's see, who do I think is good? Oh, this one's probably good. The Void Reaver. You could get an email from. Point is, there's a lot of good ones. This one's the Eternal Nightmare. There's a lot of really good support emails to be receiving. The Dark Child.
That one's a little too much.
Isn't that just the Harry Potter thing?
Sure.
Like, didn't they make like a Harry Potter like 18 or whatever, where it's like his kid and it's called the Dark Child or something?
Cursed Child. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it all comes full circle. It's all Harry Potter at the end of the day. We're all Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, really.
You know,
Harry Potter's
we're rounding out to the end of our recording.
How can you tell? Is it
And I
because
would
I'm just
love-
saying nothing at this
I
point?
would love to rip apart Harry Potter because I got some opinions, but I would much rather
Alright, how many of your opinions
Dan
are
tells a very special story.
Oh no.
I do have a full circle moment also when we're still in Harry Potter before Dan tells a special story, which is
Okay.
the Pottermore thing where they just vanish the poop away. They could just vanish the poop
We've talked
sandwich away
about
and
that.
bring
We're
back the
past
dead
that.
Harry brings
We
both
are
his
past
Tell your
that.
story.
a true Shakespearean tragedy where Harry Potter eats 2 poop sandwiches at once to bring both of his parents back, but it's too much poop sandwich and he dies.
Well, no, because they wish it away. That's how they get rid of their What are they? I don't even want to go into the Pottermore thing. But Dan, tell your e-girl bullying
Yeah, I
story.
totally forgot this. So
I didn't.
I did.
our he's in the Discord, but I don't think he actually listens. Our good friend Rudy, he's an awkward mess. It is an awkward mess of a boy, but he does stream every now and again, and our friend Cap has discovered a site called egirl.gg, where you can, for very like dollars, like single digits, pay e-girls to play games with you. And Cap
Unfortunately, I am familiar with the site.
Cap thought that was the funniest thing on the planet, and because that's absolutely hysterical, and was like, "What e-girl can I get for $1?" And more importantly, instead of getting one for myself, Rudy, you stream. He says, "Rudy, you stream. Why don't you get? I will give you a couple of dollars if you will find an e-girl and bring her on stream with you, so we can all make fun of you together." Well, this goes back and forth for about a week where Rudy's kind of hemming and hawing and just not putting the work in. So Cap takes matters into his own hands. Is like, hey, we're doing it this time. I'll find the person. And then paid an e-girl, I want to say like $5, something like that, to play League of Legends with our friend Rudy and roast that poor boy into the ground. And it would have been one thing if they were an asshole. You know, that's not as much fun. It's not fun to just be an asshole to your friends. But this girl just tore this man apart in the funniest ways. I only got to tune in for about half the stream, unfortunately. But the fact that you can pay women on the internet
to make fun of you
is amazing. Is a gift, and also a kink, but mostly a gift. And here's the thing, you can pay them to make fun of your friends. And I'm just saying, I think it's a gift. I think it's light bullying.
Pay an e-girl to be on a podcast episode?
100%. It was like, I'm not joking. It was like $5 for like an hour of game.
Pay an e-girl to be on a podcast episode?
I'm kind of wondering, how far will we have to fall? Can we make that a Patreon?
I think that's surface level for us.
Speed dial. Not even joking.
There we go.
Amazing.
I'm dead terrified.
I feel like you gotta get them off the
ready.
site though. Like you gotta pay the price.
Sign up for the site. Work that way.
Okay.
We can do that.
That'd just be really funny, just to like pay for a random guest to be on the stream. There's boys on there too.
Yeah, there are e-boys.
Yeah,
that's
me
true.
and Hai went on there the other night, and Asian Andy was the top-rated e-girl. Because they didn't have e-boy and e-girl separation at the time, which was very funny.
Do they now?
Yes, they do.
Wow, the site's really making leaps and bounds.
Apparently.
I just can't imagine. Like, I'm just impressed by how little it is, you know? Like that. Like that's,
yeah, no. Some of them are literally $1.
Like I just loaded it up. The best sellers on Overwatch are all like $1, $1.50, $2. The highest one on there is $5.
Well, is that like per game though? Because that could start to stack up.
Yeah, but like for Overwatch, yeah, I would see that. But for a game like League, where I feel like you're playing like
20 to 40
minutes, that's not a lot of money.
It's not.
And it's
not at all.
So funny. It's just so funny to me.
I just imagine someone doing really well in a game of League and like messaging to their opponents, "Please don't surrender. I paid for an e-girl to be in this game with me."
Yo, that was the first, because there were two. The second one wasn't as funny, so whatever. But the first, like, she was actually good. Like, that's the thing, is that like it wouldn't have been as much fun if they came in and they were just terrible. She was phenomenal and outplayed the entire team, meaning that all of her roasting was not only funny but well deserved, because Rudy has a problem where he talks a lot. He talks a big game. Ooh, he talks the biggest game.
Is he not very good?
He's not bad. He just doesn't.
Dan, to put it in context, I guess, would it be like if you and I were to do a shooter together and I wouldn't shut up about how good of a shooter player I was, where I'm not terrible, but I'm not great?
It would be more of a...
Versus you, who's more good.
I won't even say that. It's more of a, if I were playing a shooter with you and I wouldn't shut up every time I got a kill and acting like you had to pay attention to me. And I'm saying this out of love. I love Rudy so much. He's so fun to play games with. He's so fun to play games with. But
if I ever see Rudy, it's on site.
Oh, it's a trip. It was a trip. It was an absolute blast of a stream. Go hire an e-girl and make fun of your friends. That's what I'm saying.
Have it. I guess that's the message. Do we want to plug our socials and audibletrial.com/off the air?
I guess we could plug audibletrial.com/off the air, where you can get your free audiobook and a 1 month trial.
That's also part of the deal. Both of them. And social links as well.
Is there a chance Lil Milk could come on for the very end of this so that he can plug his new single?
Let me go get him.
Well, no, you go ahead and plug your stuff first before Lil Milk gets here. Like, let's be fair here. You earned it. You've been here the whole time. Lil Milk didn't even bother to show up.
Okay, so socials, it's just at Fentropy _ on Twitter. That's really the only thing I use like that. Also, go buy, or don't buy it, but play it some other way. The new Final Fantasy VII remake, because it's really cool. I've wanted to. Yeah, it's good. Okay, I'll go get him if you guys want to plug your stuff.
Yeah, we'll plug our stuff real quick, and then we'll get Lil Milk up in here. Dan, you wanna fire away real quick?
Twitch.tv/whatever my name is. Twitch.tv/WonderRule. Instagram and Twitter @WonderRule57. Still we've been really relatively consistent with our Thursday and Saturday stream. It's been good. It's been a good time.
Yeah.
Nice.
Our Vampiracy with Cap has gone great. We have
Nice.
a couple of people tuning in semi-weekly now, which is nice.
Oh, that's a blast.
Yeah, it's a good time. And then we're starting to get near the end, I think, on Divinity. I think we're definitely past the halfway mark now.
I think that we're at the point where we are 1 or 2 good streams away.
Those are going to have to be some like powering through streams, because I think there's still one more area.
Well, I'm sure we can make it.
But yeah, so
My turn.
Yeah, it is your turn.
Hi.
Hi.
You can find me on the internet, Jacksonium, most places. 1M, sometimes 2M's. You figure it out. I got a TikTok. Yeah. Noah, is that you next? Did you go?
Yeah, that's me next. So you can find me as Bubbadabad, BUBBADABAD on Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and Twitch. On Twitch, been playing a lot of Dragon Age still. Got a lot. I also have some consistent people who've been coming in. It feels really good. Just like to have people that I love having people lore drop the game on me that I am playing personally, because I like knowing more things about it. And I have managed to get a lot of that recently. So, good feelings, very good feelings. So yeah, tune in for that. I suppose Tuesdays and Saturdays, and then Thursdays with Dan. It's been nice. I don't think Lil Milk's here yet, so I'm going to plug the podcast socials real quick.
Milk's coming.
I don't know, man. I'm starting to get worried.
How much does it cost?
Oh, Lil Milk's here.
What's up? I'm here.
Lil Milk.
What's up? So my manager said I would be getting paid for this, so I trust you guys work that out in your emails, whatever, when he was talking earlier. I trust you guys work that out.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely, Mr. Milk, sir.
All right. Oh, good. Oh, you guys like that new that music video?
Yeah,
it's pretty fire.
It's real good. Vibing.
Quick
Very
thing
nice.
about that music video, little disclaimer, the original clip of that frog, unfortunately, he is nailed down to that. So, he is nailed down in that position.
That does make it a problematic music video, doesn't it?
I feel like it might be
wouldn't have it
representative.
any other way.
It might be representative of the artist's struggle too,
Yeah,
Aren't we all
it's 'cause
nailed
I'm
down
nailed
to our
down.
genres?
It's true. They said Lil Milk couldn't make a song about shitting himself, and I did. And then the manager wouldn't put it on the album, so I mean, whatever. There was another
I
song
don't think
that was
that's that
even
unreasonable.
better. There's a song that was way better. So good. And that one didn't even make the second cut. It's terrible. I don't even know where it is anymore. Terrible.
Disgusting.
That's just how it is.
A shame.
Man, it sounds like your manager kind of sucks.
Nah, he's alright. Because he got me paid for this. So,
How's
I
your,
mean, there's that. Yeah.
Yeah, what was it, 20 bags of gold
I
coins?
don't know, whatever you guys worked out.
Yeah, we talked to him. For sure.
Good. So what's up? What's going on?
Any new Lil Milk we should be looking forward to?
Nothing that is releasing too soon. I will plug our new Bandcamp that I have with fellow recording artist Bob Bobbin. So it is yakuzakaraoke.bandcamp.com, and so far we have the collaboration tape for YouTube Beats, and then Bob Bobbin actually posted a solo album on there, Lord Floss, that's really good. That's the most recent project. There's something like, there are a lot of songs on it. There are 22 songs on it. The last song is actually my manager reading like 5 pages out of the book, and it's 10 minutes long, so that tells you about how smart that guy is. So yeah.
Wow.
I can't read myself, so that's pretty cool.
Check that out. yakuzakaraoke.bandcamp.com, and that's all I really have to plug.
Well, Mr. Milk, I just want to thank you for coming on, even if it was just for a little bit.
Yeah,
right now, you guys are listening to Vibin' as we close out the podcast. Hit new single, music video, hit new music video. Just released. Check that out on YouTube.
Soon to be a TikTok classic.
soon to be a TikTok classic. You can find it in the show notes on the website, or you can just search Lil Milk Vibin on YouTube. Yeah.
Are we done?
I think that's it.
Do I stop recording now? Because I actually recorded the whole thing this time.
Nice. I'm glad you recorded the whole thing. That's it.
Didn't
Thanks
stop.
for coming out, guys.
Okay.
See you next week. Thank you very much,
Bye
Mr.
forever.
Milk. And tell your manager thank you for coming as well.
I will maybe tell him that if he gives me the money today.
Truly, I'm vibing. Truly vibing over here.